pandemic has most likely changed one of these three things, which might be impacting your mental wellness. My name is Leesa Renee Hall, and I help highly sensitive people and deep feelers explore unconscious biases so that they stand on the side of justice and become better ancestors, all while protecting their energy. Pandemic living. Woo! Nobody's talking about some of the ways in which living with constant change is impacting our mental wellness. We have been called to deal with too much change, too soon, and too often, without having a way to really process and not having space to process what's happening with us. And so there are three things that have changed for us during the pandemic that is making some of us mentally unwell. And I've shared before that it's important for us to become fluent in the language of our mental wellness so that it doesn't get out of control, and so that we know the signs and can identify them so that we prioritize our mental wellness. So what are those three things? Our role, our home, and our form. I'll go into each one by one. So one of the things that has changed during the pandemic is our role. Hang on a sec. I want you to check out this. I have no idea where to go. So I see footsteps. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to go over here. Whew. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Jump? So one of the things that has changed for us during the pandemic is our role. Some of us have gone from being moms to now being daycare providers. Some of us have gone from being dad and then whatever role you held at work to now being a gym teacher and a early childhood educator. Grandparents, aunties, uncles have gone from being the fun person in the family to now being the authoritarian, telling the kids what they're supposed to be doing, and thus changing dramatically the roles that we play with our family members. Some of us have become personal support workers and nurses to ailing family members, and not just one or two, but a consistent pattern of illness as one family member overcomes their sickness and then another one falls ill. And of course, some of us are therapists, are playing the role of therapists, and so on. Let me show you what I just came across. So dang cool. I have no idea what it is or what it's for, but there it is. And so many of us have been called to play multiple roles with family members, and for some of us it's causing a lot of stress. On top of that, you have to continue to do your work while trying to help family members also navigate their changing roles now in the pandemic. And so I know there's moms and dads and other caregivers out there that if they have to hear their name called one more time, and so it's important to recognize what's occurring. That if you're feeling the stress of the additional roles that you've had to adapt and adopt as we shelter in place, then take note of that. Because that's one way, and that's one thing that is impacting your mental wellness. A second thing that has changed during the pandemic is our homes. Our homes have become not only a place for us to sleep, eat, and connect with family members, but it's also become a place where we work out. I just went up a hill. It's become gyms, it's become community centers, it's become classrooms and offices, it's become storage places, storage centers. And if you live in a small place, it can be difficult to even store items, right? Because the pandemic, you don't know if things are going to shut down. And so you have to go to the store and overbuy your favorite stuff. And then if you already don't have enough room to bring home all these things to store, so you don't go to stores that often, man, it's causing a lot of stress. There's a corner in my office where there's so much stuff. Everything needs to be stored away somewhere. I've already gone through it, discarded what I didn't need, donated some stuff, and for everything else, it needs to go somewhere. I don't have enough space. And it's causing me stress. Every time I go into my office, it's like, there it is again. And so as our homes have gone from a place of refuge, for some people, their homes have gone from a place of refuge and a place to escape to now this multi-functioning place causing undue stress. Like if you live in a condo or an apartment, your neighbor upstairs is probably working out and you can hear the thumping above your head. That's causing stress. And for some of us, our homes have become a prison. And just know, I'm using home as a catch-all phrase to refer to apartments, condos, single dwelling homes, houses, multiple dwelling houses. So home is a catch-all. And for some of us, our homes have become a prison as we've had to shelter in place with sometimes the family member who abuses us the most. So as our homes have changed, it's important to take note of the ways in which your mental wellness is being impacted by how your home has changed. And yeah, it's a big deal. And it's important that you recognize that. And then finally, the third thing that has changed during the pandemic that may be impacting our mental wellness is our form. Apparently, as we've been staring at Zoom, staring at our reflection through Zoom, through meetings and so forth, many of us have had a lot of time to take note of all the flaws or perceived flaws that we're seeing in our faces. Apparently, plastic surgeries have gone up. A number of people requesting liposuction, rhinoplasty, Botox has shot up. Teeth whitening. Even myself, I've caught myself. Like, look at my eyebrows. Right? I usually get them threaded once a month. I haven't done them in 4. Why? Because everything's closed. Why? Because of the pandemic. My hair, I have to now brush this part in because I haven't been able to see my barber in about 4 months. Why? Everything's shut down. Why? Because of the pandemic. Our bodies are getting puffy. Our hair is getting puffy. And I'm trying not to stress out about it because in my mind, if that's what my body needs to do to survive, then that's what it needs to do. We've been eating a lot of comfort food. Some people have been relying on alcohol in order to cope. And thus, we're noticing that our form is changing. And I know that for some people, there are more things that they're concerned about, like trying to pay rent, trying to put food on the table. I get it. And we need to hold compassion for those who, where being concerned about their form is the least of their problems. And so I recognize that. And it's both and. We can be concerned about our form But the fact that our nails aren't being done, our eyebrows aren't being done, our bodies are getting puffy, our hair is getting puffy. Look, we can be concerned about those items and also hold space for those who are going through a really tough time because they are housing insecure, food insecure. And of course, let's not forget that the reason why we're in this situation is because of a virus that's killing a lot of people. And so as you look at these three things, your form, let me start again. The three things that are changing: your role, your home, and your form. And as the pandemic continues, as we continue to shelter in place, we will continue to see how our attitude and our feelings are also changing as a result of trying to process too much, too soon, and too often. And so my advice to you is this: that if you're finding that you're having a tough time dealing with the many changes that are taking place, there's no shame in seeking the advice of a therapist. No shame. No shame. And in fact, I believe that maintaining and prioritizing our mental wellness will become one of the biggest issues in the post-pandemic world. One of the biggest. There are also other issues that will be of concern. And so now's the time to prioritize your mental wellness, because during this time when so much is changing so often and so soon, the only thing that's going to help you to adapt and survive to see another hour, not even another day, we're living hour by hour right now, but what will help you see another hour is to protect your mind. Stumble bravely.